How can you live with no judgment?
How can you live with no judgment?
You.
How can I?
Yourself.
Yeah.
No judgment
No judgment.
in your life.
Yeah.
You can?
Absolutely, you can live without judgment.
You can?
Yes,
Can
absolutely.
you do that now?
Absolutely. I've already lived without judgment.
Can you do now?
Yes, absolutely.
Can you not
Without
judging people?
right or wrong,
Can you not
greater
judging?
or lesser, good
This is the
or
thing
bad.
is hard. That's the thing.
Left
We
or
try.
right.
We study. The thing
Very
is,
simple.
way you keeping study. Many people keeping study to be, no judging. But it's really, really hard to people who are human because
We're judging ourselves,
we
that's
missing
why.
one thing. Yeah. We
If you could not judge yourself, it would
we
be
try-
very easy to not judge a single thing. If you saw them as they really were,
Great.
how could you judge them? If you were to see yourself right now as the Buddha embodied, if you were to look at everything as the Buddha, how could you judge the Buddha? If you look at it right now as already
How?
enlightened, what would you judge of the
People
Buddha?
can judge because people can judge.
Right.
Can
But I'm
judge.
saying if you have this actual view, there's no way. Once you have the
Yeah,
actual
but
view,
when you-
see
when you-
this, it's like, oh, what would I judge of this great perfection that unfolds before me? How could I? It's so perfect. What could I know? What am I so great as to say this is wrong or this is right? I'm obviously watching the most amazing thing unfold before me, the greatest unity of wisdom and compassion. How do I know? It's like, oh, and all judgment is now immediately resolved because logic has come in. Skillful means to apply the wisdom has happened. Compassion has brought the wisdom into form. And that's when you no longer describe these
Right.
things in manners of duality, in manners of dissonance.
The
And if you
question-
describe these things in this way, it's the reason why you still see these things. And you
My
have to
question-
apply this to yourself.
My question, the way you're saying the wrong thing is people judging people.
Judging yourself, which causes the judgment of people.
And this is the hard thing. People not do that. Because we're here, we peer, we clean, walking. We look, if you don't think, you're gonna, right there, you're gonna start judging people. Judging nature. It's stuff like that. It's kinda, you need to be really there. But you don't have the power yet.
You see, there's
We
a difference
try.
between judgment and discriminating awareness. You can see
No,
something
that-
and see what's going on. Like, oh, dude, that guy's hurting himself
No,
right
no,
now.
I'm not talking about that.
know.
I'm not
But
talking
yeah.
about that.
But judging
Not
somebody is wrong.
discrimination is one thing.
Like, whoa.
Charging another part. It's really hard. I know we try, we study, we go everywhere. But when you come back, we're gonna release everything. And one thing is still missing: the human. Human's not pure. We try.
We are
Human
pure,
is not
but not in the
pure.
way of pure and impure. We are all that is embodied. We are limitless consciousness. Emptiness, the same as everything that is. You could see us as separate, but that's you seeing yourself as separate. But if you seek within yourself and find realization, then you can see what's true of yourself. And then it's easy then, again, to see what's
Thing
true
is,
of all that's here. Because there's no separation here. You
we
find it right
study.
here, you actually found it. You don't find it out here in the mirror. You could see it, but unless you find it here, you'll never be able to apply it the one place that it needs to be applied to give you the reflection of that energy you so see. So when you give love here, everything that is a mirror of yourself can now give love here. Because you've given love here, and now everything will show you that you're giving love here. You can give love here, and then you watch everything be giving love out here. But unless you give it here, you'll never see it here. And so now you can never feel the love that will free you from all of your inability to accept who you are. So the judgment is always a judgment of ourselves and our own ability to express ourselves authentically. If we once were allowed to dance when we wanted to dance or sing when we wanted to sing, we would not have any judgment of any other person. But we do not allow ourselves to express ourselves fully the way we wish to. And so, oh, you guys cannot express yourself that way. That's the way I am myself, not allowed. That is wrong. You do not do this. This is not okay. But if you understood a different thing, you would see that it's non-duality and that these things are expressing in ways that are helping you come to acceptance and patience and understanding within yourself. So you would never wish your teachers to change from their view. You'd be like, well, actually, I need to see this because this is the thing that causes me the worst judgment of myself. And then the worst binding and imprisoning of my own liberated consciousness. And so, they are my great teachers, they are my great friends, they're my great guides. They've given me the greatest blessing ever, the ability to come to acceptance externally in the world around me, and also to come to authentic expression externally about my observation, and free myself freely, fully. Come here with my voice, with my everything, all of my being truly, without attack or defense, just being genuinely, and seeing how, oh my goodness, my being as authenticity as it is freely is the most spacious place I could ever be, and it's the only way that I've ever actually been able to see the effect of me without any effort, affecting things greater than I ever wished to before. And it's like, what is happening? This is the first time I didn't do. Every other time I was trying to control the world around me, forcing it into submission, but it didn't work.
Control the world.
So it's like, oh no. But finally you let go and you allow yourself to be, and you see everything becomes free, just as you, everything, as you see yourself to be perfect, as you see yourself with utter acceptance, everything is seen that way. You then reflect that so much that where everybody now reflects that to themselves, like, oh, I can accept myself. It's okay for me to be. I have no reason now to fight anybody. I thought that I wasn't allowed to be. I was in attack and defense, fighting over this ego identity, but it turns out that I am already amazing and perfect and beautiful. It was only my inability to see this that caused me to think anything else previous to this reality. But now that my perception can change, where do I want to go?
Let's go. I'm out. Okay, good talk. I'm still there. One thing missing.
Don't judge me. Love you, brother.
Love you. Love you.
Yeah. Don't forget to love ourselves.